Do you remember being a kid in the back seat of your parents' car before Game Boys, phones, and iPads? All we could do was stare out the window. And even though we didn't know it at the time, we were learning, taking in our surrounding, memorizing landmarks, and building mental maps. Welcome to the Yes Show. I'm your host, Christine Trippi. Each week, we'll explore the life-changing power of saying yes, along with hotel leadership made easy. Get ready for inspiration, fun, and sweet hospitality. Let's go. If you were born before, say, 1998, you probably turned 16 and knew exactly how to get to grandma's house, Target, or your high school without ever having to look at a map or a GPS. You learned by living it. But then came Game Boys, MP3 players, iPhones, and iPads. And suddenly, kids weren't looking out the window anymore. They were glued to their screens. And now my 30-year-old still needs GPS to get to the Walgreens down the street. Seriously. And let's be honest, teens today aren't just directionally lost, they're also more afraid to drive. I wonder if there's a connection. I don't know for sure, but it makes you think, doesn't it? We'll save that one for another day. We've traded awareness for automation. And I can still hear myself while driving with my husband, who was confused about where to go with the directions. And I said, I don't know. Stop looking at the road. Just follow the blue line on the GPS. That is a true story. And oh, did we laugh after driving off a cliff. Just kidding. Now we use GPS everywhere we go, even though we have lived here our whole lives. Along the way, we stopped thinking and we just are following the blue line. Technology is amazing. I love it. But there's a side effect. Let's call it the blue line brain, the tendency to blindly follow without understanding. Blindly following without understanding. And yes, I'm totally trademarking that for a future book, The Blue Line Brain. Yes, GPS, AI, they make us feel smarter, but are we smarter or just more dependent? Hey, Siri, am I still thinking for myself? When the system breaks, do you know what to do? Or do you freeze because you've only ever followed the directions without truly understanding and knowing the hows and the whys of what you're doing? As a matter of fact, this conversation is happening today because I was hosting a Yes, Turn Emails into Sales Masterclass, and one of the Crown Society insiders that was attending was raving about ChatGPT helping them write better emails. And hey, I love me some ChatGPT too. But here's the kicker. If it disappears tomorrow or goes down, can you still write a great email? Do you know why the message works? Do you understand the formula that makes it successful? Or are we just doing it to reply without rhyme or reason? Once you know and understand the formula, the strategy, the why, you can teach it, you can tweak it, you can own it, and you can do it by yourself. And yes, you can even feed the formula into ChatGPT to help enhance it even more. But you don't need to. Hey, I'll admit I started overusing ChatGPT for a few things. And one day I caught myself thinking, can you even do this on your own anymore? Are you losing the creativity that you always had before because you assume AI can do it better than you? Is this even who you are anymore? Have any of you felt that way? I'd truly love to hear from you because it hit me hard when I started really thinking about this and becoming aware that maybe I'm overusing it. I realized I was using AI maybe as a crutch, and that was making me doubt what I've been doing for myself for decades. And that's what people have loved. And if I kept going down that road, I was afraid that it would replace me. Now, that moment was a great wake-up call for me. Now, when I create content, I always start by writing everything out myself, Then sometimes, not always, I'll run it through AI and ask it to enhance or correct or tighten up the language. That process doesn't replace my creativity, it elevates it. It's still fully me because I know the what, the why, and the how of everything I'm saying, and it comes from my personality. And even better, I'm learning from AI. I can see how it trims a bloated sentence or swaps in a sharper word for one that hits harder. Because I'm not skipping the thinking, I'm sharpening it. AI isn't doing the work for me, it's working with me. It's working with me. If you started multitasking, come back to me because this is a key point that I've been really steamy on today. We think we're letting AI help us. However, really, we could be letting it replace us. Until we shift to using AI as a strategic partner, not a creative crutch. Here's a great example. When today's podcast topic sparked my mind from that email comment during the masterclass I mentioned earlier, I immediately began free writing my thoughts, all my thoughts on this. In the flow of it all, I used the phrase dumbing it down, but I didn't like that. I knew I needed something more original, something more professional, something I could trademark to build out the message further. So I turned to my strategic partner, ChatGPT. I like to call her my yes queen. And I asked her for help brainstorming a stronger phrase. After a few thoughtful back and forths between the two of us, boom, together we came up with the blue line brain. TM. It was exactly the creative support boost I needed, and a reminder that, especially for all of you solopreneurs out there, it's powerful to have a partner to help you think strategically and stretch your ideas. Just don't forget, you're still the driver. So let me be clear. I am not an AI hater. No coconut vibes here. Embrace it, but be wise, my sweet pineapples. Let's expand on this idea just a little bit more. Where else are we falling into the trap of autopilot living? At your own hotel or business, if the power goes out, if the internet crashes, if the phone stops working, could your team still function? Could they check in guests and take credit cards, track room statuses manually? Those who have actually worked in manually run hotels are a dying breed. And I know because I'm one of them. I did work at one hotel that was manual, and it was the Holiday Inn Itasca. It was a holodome, and that was in Illinois. Bob Zorn was my general manager. And hey, if there's anybody out there connected to that hotel or to Bob, hey, it was a really fun time. So, when you know the why and the how, you gain the understanding. And with the understanding comes clarity. And with clarity comes growth. It's harder to evolve when you're blindly following the blue line because you don't have the foundation to lead or innovate. You're waiting for that blue line to appear. Now, here's one I know that all of you can relate to in some way, shape, or form. I will never forget the first time I trained somebody on night audit. You guys remember that? My trainee looked up at me and asked, why do we do this step? What's happening here? And I froze. And my answer, it was because it says to do that on the checklist. Oof. That was quite a wake up call. I didn't really understand that what I was doing by pressing that button was turning the day over to the new day. I was just pressing the button because the checklist told me to. However, teaching forced me to understand it. It turned me from a follower into a leader. And that's one of the greatest lessons I've maybe ever learned. If you want to truly understand your job, teach it to somebody. That's why when I formulated my WISE coaching formula on how to teach someone a new task or skill, it's using the acronym WISE. W, watch me do it. I, now you implement it. S, show somebody or teach it. And E, keep evolving and practicing. So let's tie this all up. Here is your challenge today. Find something you're doing on autopilot. Then ask yourself, do I understand the what? Do I understand the why and the how? And if not, let's dive in. Let's get curious. That's where growth and the real you lives. And hey, wise pineapples, I would love to hear if this episode hit a nerve. Literally, I maybe should have marinated on this idea for a little bit, but it hit me and I just wrote it out. So I also want to give a shout out to Michael Shabbing. He is one of my Royal Crown Society insiders who regularly sends me an email responding to the topics in the podcast episodes. And I just love that. It lets me know that you're out there. I want to know, did this get you thinking? Are you going to take me up on the challenge? DM me or email me, and I would love to hear from you too. Okay, my sweet wise pineapples, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, at least for today. I'll see you here next week, same time, same place. I love yous. Hey, wise pineapples. After recording this episode, the very next day, this was Seth Godin's blog, and I thought I'd share it too. Here we go. The AI effort gap. It can take 7 years to get a PhD and a month to write a useful business plan or a year to write a book. And yet, when AI shows up, our mistake is thinking that if we can't find useful brilliance in one simple prompt, it's broken. Imagine what you could discover and create if you spent an hour focusing on just one piece of output. I'm seeing illustrations, narratives, and research that celebrate hundreds of hours that went into each of them. It feels like years of focus work. If all that's needed today is a push of a button, we can find someone cheaper to push it. Right? I thought, oh, hot damn tamale, man, that was so good. I thought it would be perfect for this episode too. Bye. That's a wrap for today's show. Say yes to taking action and changing the world one yes at a time. And oh, my friend, will you say yes to review, like, and subscribe? The more yeses you give, the more juicy goodness I can bring to all of you wise pineapples. Cool or cool?